ladies and gentlemen, so today we're just trying to kind of come up and put everything together here. So let's see how we can do this. So number one, so graph the equation using the intercept. So the intercepts, remember, is when we take x equals 0 and y equals 0 and we fill them in to get points. So if I put x equals 0, so that's 0 plus 3y equals 18, divide by 3, so y is 6. So on the y-axis, I'm going to go up. This is y, this is x. I'm going to go up to 6 and put a dot. Then I fill in y equals 0, which means I'm going to have 9x plus 0 equals 18, divide by 9. So x is 2. So I put a dot at 2, and then I'm going to connect, which is going to look like this. Of course, it would have been a little bit better if I had had a ruler there. Okay, graph the equation y equals negative 3x plus 6 on the same graph. So this time I'm going to do m and b. I could do intercepts, but I could pick out easily that m is negative 3 over 1, b is 6. Right, so I'm starting at 6, which is right up here. I'm going down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. And if I had done a better job of graphing, they should end up being the exact same line. My green line's a little off. So what do you notice about the graphs? They're the same graph. Rewrite y equals negative 3 in standard form. So that means I need x and y on one side, so I have to add 3x. Right, this is all stuff we've done before. So 3x plus y equals, oops, let's just say x, sorry. Identify the constants a, b, and c of the equation in standard form. So a is 3, b is 1, c is 6. Identify the constants of the equation. So we have a is 9, b is 3, c is 18. We'll call those primes, they said. What do you notice about, so let's see, if I do a prime, 9 over 3, that equals 3. B prime is 3 over 1, which is 3. C prime is 18 over 6, which is 3. Which means these all have the same scale factor, right? If we think back to our transformations, I just took one equation and multiplied it by 3. Same scale factor. All right, let's try another problem. Do the equations y equals 2/3 x minus 4 and 6x minus 9y equals 36. Graph is the same line. Well, in order to do that, I have to put this one into standard form. So I'm going to subtract 2/3 x. So I'm going to have negative 2/3 x plus y equals negative 4. So a is going to be negative 2/3, b is 1, c is negative 4. In this problem, this is already in standard form. So a prime is 6, b prime is negative 9, c prime is 36. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I have to divide 6 divided by negative 2/3. We have calculators. Negative 9 divided by 1 and 36 divided by negative 4. Well, this one I can do negative 9, and this is going to end up being negative 9. So do they graph the same line? Yes. There is a constant scale factor. So sometimes that can happen. You should have noticed that each fraction was equal to the same constant. Multiply that constant by the standard form of the equation from part A. What do you notice? So in other words, I want to take this and I want to multiply everything by negative 9. That's what I want to do. So if I do negative 9 times 2/3, I'm going to get 6x. Negative 9 times y, it's almost like we're distributing. Negative 9 times y is negative 9y. And then negative 9 times negative 4 is 36. What do you notice? You get the same equation. Or you get the second equation, let's say it that way. write 3 equations that would graph the same as the line. So in other words, I can just go through and multiply them by different things. So I'm going to start off, I might as well start off easy, and I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So that's going to give me 6x plus 4y equals 14. Then I can take that same equation and multiply it by 3. So that's going to give me 9x plus 6y equals 21. I can take that same equation and multiply it by 4. You could pick anything at all to multiply. I'm just picking easy numbers. 12x plus 8y equals 28. Write 3 equations that would graph the same as the line. So this time I'm going to actually take and multiply by 4 first, because then that's going to get rid of the fraction. So if I multiply by 4, I'm going to have 4x minus 36y equals 3. I could multiply it by 8, right? I'm trying to get rid of the fraction. So I could do 8 times x minus 9y. Oops. Sorry, didn't need that. Equals 3/4. So that's going to give me 8x minus 72y equals 6. And then one more, which I think you guys get the idea here. Okay, so the idea being, oh, here we go, right? At least 2 equations in standard form that would graph the same as the equation as the line below. Well, I need to first come up with my equation. So this is where we just worked on this. So I'm going to figure out the slope first. So my slope, to get from here to here, let's say, I'm going up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1/4. I have to figure out what my b is, so I'm going to pick a point, which I'm going to pick -1, -1 to use. So y equals mx plus b gives me -1 equals 1/4 x, oops, that would be -1 times -1 plus b, -1 equals -1/4 plus b, add 1/4, so -3/4 equals b. So my equation that I'm dealing with is y equals 1/4 x minus 3/4. So I want to come up with 3 equations. I'm going to come up with, or 2 equations. I'm going to come up with just one, where I'm going to take and multiply everything by 4. So that's 4y equals x minus 3. They want it in standard form, so I'm going to subtract x. So -x plus 4y equals -3. Another way to write, so you could have it in this form, you could have it in the red form. Either way. All right, so that's it. Any questions? Bring them to class, and have a good night.